Retirement in 2025 was supposed to be your victory lap, right? You finally get to kick back, sip margaritas on some breezy porch, and watch your grandkids fight over the TV remote. Well, hold on to that porch swing, folks, because some states out there are sharpening their claws, ready to squeeze every last dime out of your Social Security checks and pension. Picture it. You spend decades building a nest egg only to have a handful of greedy state governments come along with their big old vacuum hoses, sucking out your hard-earned cash like it's a Slurpee on a hot day. We're talking sky-high property taxes, out-of-control costs of living, and sneaky little fees that pop up faster than new Netflix shows you'll never watch. You think you've seen outrageous utility bills? Think again. 2025 has these states rolling out the red carpet for your wallet, and they're not taking no for an answer. If you're even thinking of retiring in these places, do yourself a favor and tighten those purse strings, because trust me, they'll grab you by the ankles and shake until every penny falls out. So if you want to protect your golden years from turning into a financial horror flick, buckle up and stay tuned, because these are the 8 states that will rob retirees blind in 2025. 8. Illinois. Illinois might seem like a friendly Midwest state with deep dish pizza and dedicated sports fans, but let me tell you, it's more like a stealth pickpocket waiting to empty your pockets. The median home price is around $289,000, which sounds decent until you see the property tax rates soaring above 2.2%. That means you could be paying over $6,000 a year just for the right to own your house. If you're thinking about renting, a one-bedroom in Chicago averages about $2,200 a month, and that's likely on the outskirts where you're dodging potholes and questionable alley cats. Traffic violations and parking fees here are no joke either. Forget to feed a meter, and it's almost as if the city issues a fine faster than you can say day bears. Plus, Illinois doesn't hesitate to dig into your retirement income. Pensions and 401k withdrawals are not safe from the state's tax grip. Factor in harsh winters that slam you with high heating bills, and you'll be wondering if moving here was the biggest mistake of your golden years. Add it all up and you'll need roughly $85,000 a year just to stay afloat. Affordable? More like a truly elaborate, cold-hearted financial illusion. 7. Maryland. Maryland likes to lure retirees in with visions of crab cakes and picturesque coastlines, but behind those postcards lies a fiscal nightmare. The median home price hovers around $447,000, which isn't pocket change. Once you're in, brace yourself for property taxes that average around 1.06%. Not the highest, but enough to gouge your wallet. Think renting is cheaper? A one-bedroom apartment near Baltimore can run you $1,550 or more, often in neighborhoods still undergoing questionable revitalization. And don't get me started on utility bills. Those humid summers will have your air conditioner working overtime, sending your electric costs through the roof. Plus, the state income tax can climb to 5.75%, which means your pension or 401k distribution is fair game. It's like Maryland is saying, thanks for working all those years, now we'll take our cut. Tolls on highways and bridges are relentless. Just driving to the grocery store might feel like funding someone's yacht. Combine that with inflated grocery prices, because apparently Old Bay seasoning isn't cheap, and you've got a recipe for draining your retirement. You'll likely need at least $90,000 annually to breathe easy here. In short, Maryland's shell might look pretty, but inside is a pearl of financial pain. 6. Connecticut. Connecticut prides itself on scenic New England charm, but let me tell you, the numbers will charm the cash right out of your wallet. The median home price stands around $436,000, 23% higher than the national average. Property tax rates often hover near 2%, meaning you could be shelling out upwards of $8,700 annually on a mid-priced home. Planning to rent? A one-bedroom apartment can cost about $1,600 a month, leaving you minimal wiggle room for anything besides bills. And then there's the state income tax that slaps around 6.99% on many retirees, so your pension or IRA distributions aren't safe. Heating bills in winter can soar as Arctic winds blow in across the Long Island Sound, making you think twice before touching that thermostat. Even everyday groceries seem inflated. Milk, eggs, and bread all hit harder than you'd expect. Don't forget the hidden costs. Tolls on certain highways and parking fees in cities like Hartford can compound the financial pain. You'll likely need at least $100,000 a year just to tread water here. Sure, the fall foliage and barns make for nice Instagram photos, but once you factor in taxes, utilities, and mortgage payments, that charming veneer starts to crack. 5. New Jersey. New Jersey might call itself the Garden State, but retirees can expect nothing but a harvest of bills. The median home price here is a staggering $550,000, and property taxes hover around 2.21%, the highest in the nation. You're looking at over $12,000 a year for the right to own a house that might still need storm repairs. Renting offers little relief. A one-bedroom apartment can top $2,200 a month, often in areas where you're greeted by a chorus of car horns and toll booths. And about those tolls, don't be surprised if your daily commute feels like a never-ending series of wallet extractions. Then there's the gas tax, which some claim is lower than in neighboring states, but it's still no bargain once you're stuck in the hellscape that is turnpike traffic. Retirement income is taxed, so your pension or 401k distribution doesn't get a free pass. Car insurance isn't friendly either, often exceeding $1,900 a year. The cherry on top? Sky-high utility bills, especially in summer when cranking up the AC is non-negotiable. All told, you'd better budget around $110,000 annually to get by without panic attacks. New Jersey might promise diners and boardwalks, but your wallet's the main course. 4. Oregon. Oregon has become the darling of outdoorsy folks who love craft beer and weekend hikes, but retirees will find it less adorable once they see the bills. The median home price sits at about $523,000, putting most properties well above what a frugal retiree might hope to handle. Even renting is no picnic. A one-bedroom in Portland can run you $1,700 a month, leaving little room for that famous artisan coffee. While Oregon doesn't charge sales tax, don't get comfortable. State income taxes can climb as high as 9.9%. That's right, nearly 10% of your retirement distributions could vanish into thin air. Utilities aren't any friendlier, especially during drizzly winters when you'll want to keep the heat on. And the cost of groceries feels like an ongoing assault on your wallet, thanks in part to Oregon's farm-to-table obsession that justifies charging $5 for a pint of blueberries. The roads are often congested, meaning you'll be burning gas in traffic, which isn't cheap despite Oregon's full-service pumps. Factor in about $1,200 a year in car insurance, and you start to wonder if that scenic view is worth the constant budget stress. Expect to shell out around $115,000 annually to stay afloat. 3. Massachusetts. Massachusetts might be packed with history and top-notch universities, but it's also a graduate-level course in financial pain. The median home price hovers around $623,000, and if you set foot in Boston, that jumps closer to $750,000 for a modest place that probably needs updating. Rent isn't a bargain either. Think $2,900 or more for a one-bedroom, not counting those hidden fees that landlords love. And let's not forget the state income tax of 5% that comes knocking on your retirement distributions. You'd think they'd cut you a break after decades of labor, but nope. The Bay State wants its share. Meanwhile, property taxes can send your escrow account into shock, and you'll be forking over a chunk of change just to keep your humble abode warm in winter. Groceries and dining out also take a hefty bite from your budget, especially if you develop a taste for lobster rolls. Driving? Car insurance often runs north of $1,800 a year, and parking in Boston? Good luck. If you find a spot, prepare to pay a ransom. In the end, you're looking at needing around $125,000 per year to live without anxiety. History might be rich here, but your bank account won't be. 2. California. California conjures images of sunny beaches and golden opportunities, but retirees might find the Golden State more like fool's gold. The median home price tips the scales at nearly $800,000 statewide, and in coastal hotspots like Los Angeles or San Francisco, it's closer to a laughable $1.2 million. Renting isn't any friendlier. A one-bedroom in LA often tops $2,700, while San Francisco can push well beyond $3,000. State income taxes can climb to a jaw-dropping 13.3%, which means your pension or Social Security check might feel light the moment it arrives. Then there's the gas, which routinely ranks as some of the most expensive in the nation. Add in $2,100 a year for car insurance, assuming you can handle the traffic, and your budget starts cracking. Utilities aren't cheap either, especially during blazing summer heat waves when you can't live without air conditioning. Groceries are no bargain, and dining out will have you questioning whether avocado toast is worth your paycheck. Property taxes might be limited by Proposition 13, but don't let that fool you. Real estate itself is so pricey that your monthly mortgage can feel like a second job. Expect to need at least $140,000 a year just to tread water. 1. Hawaii. Hawaii might sparkle like paradise in vacation brochures, but for retirees it can feel like a financial shipwreck. The median home price is a jaw-dropping $800,000, and that's just the state average. On Oahu or Maui, you're easily looking at $1 million starter home. Renting won't save you either. A modest one-bedroom can set you back $2,200 a month, plus utilities that explode whenever you switch on the AC. Groceries. Forget about scoring deals on island produce. Everything that isn't grown locally has to be shipped in, translating to markup after markup. Milk at $6 a gallon and a $10 loaf of bread might become your new normal. Then there's the state income tax of up to 11%, which can sink its teeth into your retirement distributions. Even driving is expensive, with car insurance hovering around $1,600 a year, and gas prices often the highest in the nation. Let's not forget Hawaii's general excise tax that creeps into nearly every transaction, making each purchase feel like a punch to the gut. By the time you factor in everything, you might need close to $150,000 a year to live without constant sticker shock. In short, aloha means goodbye to your savings. Thank you for watching.